What an absolute shower of... Hello, welcome to West Ham Grumble on Orange United with me, Alf Gasparo. Well, we went to Wimbledon. We should have beaten them 4 or 5-0 easily. They're bottom of the league, League One. They haven't won since fucking the Stone Age, and they done us over. You know, they bossed us all over the pitch. They wanted it more. They played better. Their passing was better. And let's face it, they deserved to win, and we didn't deserve to win. Now, you can just dissect the performance all you want, but it comes down to this. The players that we had on the pitch last night just weren't good enough. That's it. So we need a massive cull. You could tell after the match with the interview with Pellegrini how livid he was with those players, and then how livid he was with their performance and their lack of commitment to the cause. You know, you play for a team, whatever it is about modern footballers, you know, they're paid handsomely to put on a performance, and they're paid very well. Now, there's a difference between a Premier League player and a League One player, but on last night's performance, there's no way you'd notice. There's no way you'd be able to spot the difference. You could not tell which was the Premier League team last night. Wimbledon thoroughly deserved it. We deserved absolutely bugger all. In fact, we didn't even deserve the 2 goals that we scored. Absolute shower of rubbish. Very close to swearing there. So let's start at the back. Adrian looked lost right from the kick-off. You know, flapping around. You know, backline Masuaku. Pellegrini made a big mistake in putting him in there. He should not be in there at all. He just cannot defend. He's rubbish. Ogbonna, Diop just didn't look comfortable with each other. You know, when they're put under pressure by a physical team, they just didn't like it. Right. Antonio. Now, you know I normally slag off Antonio, but I'm not going to slag him off again. I'm not going to slag him off. First off, he was in the right back position. He doesn't want to be there. We know he doesn't want to be there. He did all right, actually, you know, but he was bombing forward. He one of the only few players who showed a bit of commitment going forward. Yes, quality isn't always there, and a couple of shots he had were just, you know, way all over the place. But at least he was getting in there. But he's not a right back. He's not a right. But you know, he tried to put a few tackles in. But the question is, why wasn't Fredericks in there right from the kickoff? You know, that's his position. He's obviously fit enough to make the bench. Well, why he's fit enough to play? Put him on there. Right, midfield. Noble had a poor game. Obiang, I could have launched for Obiang first half. You know, what an absolute load of rubbish that was. You know, he wants to leave, go, leave. Okay? Snodgrass, yeah, look, he showed endeavour, but it just wasn't working out for him. He had a few misplaced passes, whatever. I'd say he had a subpar performance, as with Antonio, slightly subpar performance, but I'm not putting the blame on their 2 shoulders. You know, I left them for last, but I don't really want to leave them for last, because really they should be at the top of the bill. Carroll and Hernandez, what an absolute load of rubbish. Carroll had about 3 or 4 headers or heading opportunities, and one only went towards goal and it's kind of looped over the crossbar. The other 2 he kind of knocked back. One he knocked into no man's land. Second one he nodded down for Hernandez, who just basically just a waste of time that was. Couldn't shoot for toffee. Couldn't hit a barn door in the wind. Couldn't score in a brothel. Any other comparison you want to make, it's absolute load of rubbish. So we made some subs. Anderson came on, Perez came on, Diangana, however you want to pronounce it, he just looked weak up there, you know, so it was just, you know, they came on, we showed a bit of fight, but we conceded early in the second goal. That's 3-0 down. It's a mountain to climb. You know, it doesn't matter who your opposition is, it's still a mountain to climb. But Perez scored, he showed a little bit more endeavour. You know, Anderson, great free kick. It was a great goal, don't get me wrong, but we should never have been in that position. And as soon as that goal went in, then we tended to slip away a little bit. It's almost like the intensity went down a little bit, as if to say, yeah, we got this, we can beat them. And then guess what? They went to the other end, they took it into the corner flag, came back out again, and then scored a goal. Well, just goes to show, and they thoroughly deserved that 4th goal as well. Absolute load of rubbish. So what does this say? This says that our first team, our first 11, are barely suitable to survive in the Premier League, to compete in the Premier League, and to, go on a good cup run. But we didn't play our first team, did we? We played our sort of second tier team, our squad team for the most part. And it just showed in those key areas we're just missing. Masuaku shouldn't be there. Obiang shouldn't be there. Noble, didn't have a great game. Ogbonna didn't have a great game. Adrian obviously didn't have a great game. And Carroll and Hernandez up front are just rubbish. So this is the problem. The problem is that we've got too many players that are just not good enough in our sort of second tier team. We've got a couple of injuries. They go into the first team, and we're just not good enough. I've defended Hernandez so many times. You've seen my other shows where I've kind of almost defended Carroll as well a little bit. Can't defend him. You can't defend that kind of action. You can't defend that kind of quality from most of the players last night. But regardless of quality, it is just the commitment, the passion, the dedication, and they were a physical team. And it weren't as if it was like Wimbledon of old, the crazy gang, which commentators were trying to allude to. It's absolute rubbish. They played some decent football. They played good football, and they had no right to play good football because they've been playing crap all season. They're bottom of League One, 8 points adrift or whatever from safety, and they battered us. They battered us. So what does that say? That says in the summertime, guess what? Pellegrini and Uzulos and the board and everybody else at West Ham need to have a massive sit down and a massive clear out. You need to get rid of these players because they're just not good enough. Get rid of them, bring in a whole new load of players. We always knew that first £100 million spent was just the tip of the iceberg. It needs a lot more than that. Those players need to wake up and say, right, okay, we're just not doing it. Masuaku, I tell you what, I could have given, I'm not a physical guy, but I could have given him a slap yesterday. The petulant child that he was. Obiang, what an absolute piss off to Italy or Spain or wherever you want to go to. Hernandez as well. Bugger off, sod ya. But the players that we were missing, okay, it really showed how valuable those players are. Rice wasn't in there. We were a shadow of what we could be in midfield without him there. Creswell, left back. Yeah, I know Creswell's not to everybody's cup of tea. However, he is a left back. He knows that position, and he's been playing well in that position. Ogbonna just not there. It's just not there anymore. He's almost a bit like Noble. Every now and again he'll have a great game, but most of the time it's kind of on par or subpar performances. We need Balbuena back. As simple as that. We need our defence strengthening up. The squad depth needs to be strengthened up in there. Fredericks needs to be starting in this game at right back position. When he came on the second half, there was a bit more endeavour there. It's completely lacking in the first half. But up front, this is where, midfield and up front, this is where we're an absolute shout. Yeah, Perez came on, but don't let that fool you about Perez. He scored a goal, but he's still not that great. So, at the end of the game, we lost. We're out of the cup. We were all hoping for a good cup run. And guess what? The club, in their ultimate wisdom, infinite wisdom, decided to announce that, Arnautovic has got a contract extension and he's staying at the club. Oh, whoopee for us. Whoopee fucking do. Where was he last night? Where was it? Why wasn't Arnautovic in the, at least in the squad on the bench? He should be there. None of this contract talks and all this kind of stuff. He's a West Ham player. He should be there. So that's a load of bollocks. And the timing of that announcement is just a big kick in the teeth for all the fans. Just livid. I'm livid about last night. I'm livid about performance. I'm livid about our club, how they're treating us with this announcement. And Arnautovic, I'm livid with him as well. Look, if he comes back and he performs well, he'll get a cheer. I'm sure he'll get a clap, but he won't get the adoration anymore. He won't get that certainly won't get it from me. He won't. That kind of player, does not deserve West Ham. We deserve a lot better than that. We deserve players who want to be at the club, who want to play for the shirt, who want to play for the club, want to play for the fans and bleed for the fans. We don't need some kind of mercenary who'll just come in, that's it, takes his money, and then all of a sudden, you know, he just wants to bugger off and go somewhere else. Oh no, it's not going to quite work out now, so, oh yeah, I am back now. Yeah, well, who the fuck are you, Arnold Schwarzenegger? Fuck off. You know, you should have played last night, you should have made yourself available, and you should be fucking eating humble pie as well. Don't give me that bullshit about your back. And don't you dare kiss that badge or thump the chest or anything. I play for the fans, I love for the fans. Yeah, London Stadium. Yeah, and my accents are crap as well. But bugger off. It's upset the whole dynamic of the side. This whole, you know, the whole thing that you wanted to leave, it's upset everything. And our players are just not playing well. Or certainly our second tier players are not playing well. They're not good enough. Simple as that. Anyway, look, we've got Wolves away in a couple of days. You know, they're a good side. Are we going to go up there? We better do a lot better. Better put in a good performance. I hope Pellegrini's just ripped them a new arsehole. I really, because judging by the way he looked after the game, he was absolutely pissed off. But he's not beyond criticism as well. He definitely should have played Fredericks. And, you know, if it was up to me, I would be dragging an Arnautovic by the short and curlers and saying, get on that fucking pitch, you're playing. Anyway, I must apologise for my swearing, but I'm absolutely livid, and I'm sure exactly like the rest of you are absolutely livid about that FA Cup exit, that woeful, disgraceful, shameful, that's it, shameful performance by West Ham, by those players. Anyway, this has been the West Ham Grumble. Arnautovic, twat. Masuaku, twat. Adrian, not good enough, still a twat. Ogbonna, twat. And Carroll and Hernandez, twat. Right. Oh, and Obiang, he's a twat as well. And everybody else just was crap. Right, catch you on the next Grumble, whenever that is. Cheers now.